Right. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great morning thus far. Um, Great night wherever you are watching from. Yeah, especially within South Africa. Today, I'm here to talk about obedience. Hey, obedience gets you far, honestly, guys. I think we have heard that obedience is better than sacrifice, and I'm gonna pose this question for you this week, right? Why should we be obedient? Why is obedience so important as to like just growth or in anything? And I'm gonna brief you in this week. We're just gonna talk about obedience. Last week we spoke about cities and cities compared to humans. It was a good topic, a broad topic that I wish to fulfill. I'm not promising, but I'll fulfill um, during the course of this week. But I'm here to touch on obedience. Obedience is really important, especially as a as a young individual. As a young individual, obedience will take you far. When you're obedient to the lessons of your parents, it makes you who you are. But to a certain extent, the the obedience will fade off from parents. But it has to be there because times change, and I think we have seen how obedience is. This is just me being not not having like pointers or whatsoever as yet, but it's something that I want to speak off my mind and just have questions in my mind, and the same way I need you to think of it. Okay, so obedience, why is it important? Actually, why is obedience um why is it being compared to sacrifice? All right, so I want to pull up the definition here of obedience, and let me just pull it up here on my side. Okay, what is obedience? Let me look on this side. Sorry about that. What is obedience? Someone is laughing behind the scenes. It's fine. It's fine. But for real, what is obedience? What is obedience? Let me look it up here. See, this is not planned at all. This is just me speaking from what I just heard. So, obedience is compliance with an order, request, or law, or submission to another's authority. Okay, compliance with an order, request, or law, or submission to another's authority. All right. So, sacrifice. Let's see what sacrifice means. So it's better to abide in someone's, like, just be under law than to just, let's see what this means actually. Or give up something for the sake of other considerations. Okay, so do we really abide? Should we really comply with someone's order, request, or law? Should we? Should we just be in submission to another's authority? I want you to look at obedience as a factor that can take you far. Okay, now it's getting intense. a factor that can make you grow. We under someone's authority, and when you're under someone's authority, there's much to learn from it. You have to just be obedient. Hence, many of us are under God's authority, and we are obedient to His laws because His laws can help us physically, mentally, emotionally. We have the Word of God, the Bible, that helps us in all things. And also being obedient to your parents helps you to a certain extent. Yeah, because they don't grow out of some certain rules or laws. Parents, right? But yeah. But when you're under obedience, there's growth. There's space for learning. You know how to handle certain things because you saw someone handling it. I think that's the benefits of obedience. Being obedient is always the first thing or the first step as to you fulfilling your goals or anything, like in general. When you're under mentorship from a business personnel, you are obedient to his laws, the way he does certain things, because you're under his authority when it comes to the business space. You know how to do certain things because you're being obedient within that space, right? And it's obedience is like an umbrella or someone walking with you, making sure that you do not fall off. I think we've all seen that the difference between believing and obeying. Obeying is like the action step that you take, and then believing is like, yeah, you just say it with your words, but action speaks louder than words, right? Or is it the other way around? You think it's the other way around? If it's the other way around, I want to hear from you. But I came to touch bases on this Monday that we're going to be on the topic of obedience in this week, understanding obedience, growing in obedience, and also just how we can learn from obedience. I love you all. Have a great Monday. And just think about it as the other episodes are coming through soon enough, okay? Peace out. Much love.